welcome to Bedtime Stories with OPL. I'm Miss Beth. Go grab your favorite stuffy, get comfy, and let's hear a story.
Hey, Mr. Bunny, are you ready for bed? You want to hear a story? Alright. Get you in your bed. Here's your stuffed animal. Here's your carrot if you get hungry. Alright. So, tonight we're going to read... Is that my phone? I'll be right back.
Hi there, Mr. Bunny. Looks like you were gonna hear a bedtime story. You want me to tell it to you? Alright, let's see. It's Rumpelstiltskin. I love this story. Alright, here we go. There once was a miller who was poor and had one daughter. It happened one day that he came to speak with the king, and to make himself look important, he told him that he had a daughter who could spin gold out of straw. Wow! The king said to the miller, "That's amazing! If your daughter is as clever as you say, bring her to my castle tomorrow so that I can test her." When the girl was brought to him, he led her into a room that was full of straw and gave her a wheel and a spindle and said, "Now get to work and spin this straw to gold. I will check on you in the morning." And he shut the door and left her there alone. So the poor miller's daughter was left there sitting and could not think what to do. She had no idea how to spin gold from straw, so she began to weep. Oh, how sad. Oh. Then all at once the door opened and in came a little man who said, "Good evening, miller's daughter. Why are you crying?" "Oh," answered the girl, "I've got to spin gold out of straw and I don't know how." Then the little man said, "What will you give me if I do it for you?" "My necklace," said the girl. The man took the necklace, sat down, and spun all the straw into gold. At sunrise, the king came into the room and was amazed at all the gold he saw. So the next day, he had the miller's daughter taken into another room filled with straw, much bigger than the last, and told her that she must spin it all in one night. The girl didn't know what to do, so she began to cry, and the door opened. The little man appeared again and said, "What will you give me if I spin all this straw into gold?" "The ring from my finger," answered the girl. So the little man took the ring and began again to send the wheel whirring around. And the next morning, all the straw was spun into gold. The king rejoiced at the sight, but as he could never have enough gold, he had the miller's daughter taken into an even larger room full of the straw. And he said, "This too must be spun in one night, and if you finish it, you shall be my wife." For he thought, "I am not likely to find anyone richer in the whole world." As soon as the girl was left alone, the little man came back in and said, "What will you give me if I spin the straw this time?" She said, "I have nothing left to give." And he said, "Then you must promise me the first child you have." Wow, that's sad. But she promised. When in the morning the king came and saw all that gold again, he married the miller's daughter, and they had a baby. Not long after the baby was born, the little man showed up again. And he said, "Remember, you promised me I could have your child." The queen was terrified. She didn't want the little man to take her child from her, and she started crying. So the man said, "If you can guess my name, in 3 days, you can keep the baby." The first day he came in, she tried all kinds of names, like Casper, Reginald, Robin. Those were not his name. Then the second day, she tried Frank, Fred, Walt, and even Charles, but that was not his name. So she sent a messenger to go find more names for her to try. When he came back, he said he had seen a funny little man dancing around, talking about how his name was Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, what a name! So when he came the third day and asked what she thought his name was, she said, "Is it Harry?" And he said no. She said, "Is it Jack?" And she said no. Then she said, "Is it Rumpelstiltskin?" And he got so angry that she guessed her name that he stamped his right foot so hard it went into the ground above his knee. Then he grabbed his left foot with both his hands, and he was so angry that he split in two, and that was the end of Rumpelstiltskin. Well, what an interesting story. One of my favorites. Good night, Mr. Bunny.
I hope you enjoyed our story tonight. We have lots of great stories just like it at the library, so come see where your imagination can take you. Sweet dreams!